Little lady. The little lady impregnated the raven. It is her unattainable dream. In his heart she mixed black with love. And he cried. Instead of a tear he shed a black love egg covered with a healing ulcer. He arranged them in the soul bend just before making a decision. The little lady gives courage over the seed of the crow. And he, with a cane, sneaks around the garden, tired of the truths and the absolute polite uttered for centuries by aunts over tea. Because of this, she feels sick. Therefore his eyepiece fell out. He was swinging on the string. A little lady is waiting for a chick. And just around the bend, it falls on the beak with awkward legs. The little lady doesn't talk to the crow. He doesn't wash his hands or his feathers. With a giggle, her nature topples over and black love overtakes our hearts. Because when she dies, and at her funeral, a group of succubs will drag her into dimension, there will be moments of silence and naked words of the carcass, unspoken words, unintentionally made gestures and unfounded glances will grind our world to mush in an instant. Strong rope. To make an ordinary rope strong, it must be immersed in a potassium alum solution at night. Tiago said, making an innocent face. The three of them were sitting on dilapidated stools, and Tiago wanted to know from them where the others were. They thought hard how to buy their lives, but it was not possible because Tiago was doing it for Mariola, nor did they believe it if it was possible, because Tiago did it primarily for himself. Mariola's only grandson was the son of Tiago. Maybe not the wedding, maybe the worst of bastards, but no doubt of Tiago's blood, and the firstborn. And that's a good reason. But they only thought about the money and the amount of money they could buy back. We have time. But not too much. Tiago said. Just enough for the cord to strengthen. He spat gently at the grave seed. Which one is the first? He bared his teeth in a smile. Eduardo nodded. Don't hurt us. We will tell you everything and we will go from here so that you will never see us with your eyes. There was a plea in his voice. He himself did not believe what he said. Or that Tiago can take it. I will not give you advice in the future, because you have none. Tiago continued. Who will call the contact at the port? What took the containers? We don't have a phone, only a name. They called one over the other. We're supposed to get to him through his wife, the secretary in Mr. Ramon's office. Tiago began to dawn. Mongo, or Mr. Ramon, owned a transshipment company that leased all the cranes and gantry cranes to the port. So either Mongo was the contact, or he didn't know anything about it, what was going on under his side. When are you going to meet him, that is, meet her? Now, we were supposed to be there in the morning. Who went there? Without you. They looked at each other. Realized they were dead. They just don't know it yet. Tiago smirked. Colizzi, he drawled slowly. One worth another. Where are they now? Compañeros? I'll trade you for hams, although you understand that it is not me but your compadres that are to blame. They shrank. There was no point in asking any more questions. Tiago picked up the rifle taken from one of them earlier. Eduardo blurted out. I will go and get these containers for you. Tiago shot the other two and made hams out of them. Mariola received hams in the late afternoon. And since he was no longer wheezing through the holes in his lungs, he personally spoke to Tiago on the phone. Tiago basically had nothing to say to him. He was curious about his son and his mother. He knew he was an idiot, but now he felt like an idiot. After years. He knew he was an idiot, but now he felt like an idiot. Idiot. He said loudly. Listen. What do you want from me? If you didn't kill me, let me act. Eduardo said, frightened. Tiago left the room. Eduardo came back to life and escaped through the window. He ran along the sidewalk. He felt alive. He had to change his blood-splattered clothes. He put his jacket inside out, just in case. He bought something hopeless at a nearby store and changed immediately. He called Tiago from the pharmacy phone. His voice was trembling and the coins wouldn't jump into the machine. Eventually he choked out. As I promised. You will get their heads in a suitcase and a receipt for the containers by fax. Don't look for me for days. Tiago said nothing. It starts in chapter TS001. Tututu at www.kubi.pl